What's up, guys? I'm back with another video today, and today I'm going to be speaking about how to be you in an industry of clones. So I know that sounds like quite a controversial topic, and it is, but it's something that I'm seeing a lot more in the scene nowadays and in every specific scene in general. And it's something that we really need to address so that people understand this concept, because a lot of people, I think, are oblivious to it and they don't see it for what it is. So it's important that we chat about this and break this down so that you can understand how you can make your music more you. So we see this in every niche genre nowadays. It's really prevalent for me right now, where I see it, the scene that I'm in terms of my production is rage and plug. And I see this a lot. There are a lot of artists that are trying to be exactly like Yeet, a lot of artists that are trying to be exactly like Can. Soulja Boy even tried to copy Can. Like, what? Crazy. And this happens in other genres too. Like, I know a lot of people sound like the Kid Laroi, or they love the Kid Laroi, so they want to sound exactly like the Kid Laroi. So the purpose of this video is for you to dig deeper into your music and really find ways to make it more you and more unique and less like who you're inspired by. So I had the idea for this video from my friend, actually. And this is kind of the example I'm going to be using to bring this concept forward. So I have a friend who does music, no names, no faces. And he was trying to learn how to sing because he felt like he couldn't sing great, and he wanted to, just improve his voice and improve the quality of his music. So he said, okay, let me take 6 months. I'm going to learn how to sing, and then I'll start putting out music that's better, right? So he did this, and the way that he did this is something that I found quite interesting when we spoke about it. So he took his favorite artist and he mimicked him. And I know you're about to say, well, you just said don't do that. Don't mimic these artists. Be your own. But wait, listen. So he mimicked this artist for 6 months, tried to sound exactly like him, copied the flows, melodies, everything like that. And then once he had that down, this is the important part. He said, okay, how can I take this foundation that I've now built from learning from one of my favorite artists? How can I take that foundation and make it my own? And I think that becomes very interesting, because I think it is very important to have foundation before you can start tweaking things and making things your own, really. But where do you get that foundation from when there's so much music out there? There's so many artists. It's easy to get clouded and just, have too much of an influx of songs and music to kind of have a proper base. So I think what he did is actually very smart. If you're going to do this for yourself, which I think is something that could work for a lot of people, you really want to make sure that the artist that you mimic is not just your favorite artist, but you want to make sure that they have a similar voice type to you. And this is very important, because if you're trying to sing and mimic someone's voice that is very different to yours, you're going to have a really difficult time, because you obviously want to be singing with your natural voice. So make it someone that's at least close to you in terms of vocal tone and intonation. And from there, I think this is a really good way to go about finding your own sound. But it's very important to do the second step. You can't just mimic them and take that and run with that. You have to make those changes and make it your own. The reason you don't want to just take this and mimic it and put it out there for the world to see is because you're never going to reach the level you want to be doing that. If you're trying to sound exactly like Can exists. He's here. He's bigger than you already. So what makes you think that suddenly people are going to like you more than him and choose you over him to listen to if you sound exactly like him and he's already more established? It's just impossible. And not to mention the fact that you're going to be competing against thousands of other people that sound just like him that are also copying him, right? So there's no way for you to get to that superstar level by doing that. It's also very important to find your genre, and it's kind of the same thing in terms of genre. I think of it as the same concept as I just explained with my friend. You want to find a base, so a genre that you sound good in and that you enjoy making music in, but then you want to start implementing elements from other genres. So just because you're doing trap soul doesn't mean you can't add in some, hyperpop production or EDM synths or rage production. You can mix and match genres as much as you like. It's just really important to make sure that you do have that base for the genre too, so that things are just not all over the place. But definitely do start adding new elements into production that you wouldn't typically see in your genre. And that's another way you can make your song sound really unique and really like yourself. It's a cheesy line, but it's true. Just remember that you are not like anyone else, and no one else is exactly like you. This goes for your voice type, this goes for the melodies that you think up, this goes for your intonation, your tone. So really try and discover that for yourself and become the best artist that you can be for you. So that's it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. I've included a little download for you guys, some daily reminders to help keep you going on this journey of discovering you in a field of clones. So make sure to download that, print it out, stick it on your wall if you have to, look at it every day. I hope that poster can really help you guys to dig deeper into your music and find out more about you and why you're making the music you are and how to make that music more unique. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in another video.